Hi. So this is awkward for like so many reasons. Firstly, because I created like a whole new channel that I've been posting videos on, and even on that channel I haven't filmed for like over a month. I now live in a whole different city than when I last filmed on that channel, as you would have guessed from the title, and due to the fact that I'm now using this YouTube account again, I'm moving back to Australia, which is going to come as a shock to many of you, including myself, sort of. Okay, so my camera cut me off and I don't remember what I was talking about at all, but basically I'm moving back to Australia. I am ready. I'm ready. I said to myself that when I did make this move, if I made this move, and I've been saying this to myself for weeks, I would completely come off of social media, I would come off the grid, I would delete everything, I would basically ghost everyone, because I think I felt shame. I felt like I would be a failure and that I was giving up my ambition and my goals and this whole life that I've created for myself just to go back and sort of wake up and be like, oh, is that all a dream? What I've realised is that I'm not the same person as I was when I left Australia, and that means that going back I get to live a whole new life now. I'm not the Amy I used to be, and I think that the progression through this YouTube channel shows that in and of itself. I have developed so much as a person, and I'm excited to see how that development goes being in my own country. And it's funny to say my own country because I never really resonated with being an Australian, but it's not until I've spent a long amount of time living in another country that I think actually I am Australian. You can see it from my face. I'm happy, and I've been so stressed out and so upset over the past few weeks. I haven't felt myself. My mental health has honestly just been declining and declining, and I've been having daily panic attacks. I started to restrict my eating again. I've lost like 3 or 4 kilos in the past month or so because I felt like it was the only way I could deal with all of the weird emotions I was feeling. I just thought that if I could block it all out by controlling my food, then I wouldn't have to think about the fact that I did want to go home. I've loved living in England. I think you can tell that. But it is time for me to go on my next adventure, and it's time for me to get the support I need again. I'm tired of independent living, and I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful because so many people would wish to be in my position where they can literally live life on their own terms. Like, I get it, I'm very, very fortunate for that, but I miss my family, I miss my mum, and I miss my dad, I miss my pets. I am allowed to say that I miss the heat. I'm allowed to say this. I miss the Australian attitude. I miss, like, I'm not going to turn this into a whole thing of what I miss, because then it makes it sound like I'm ungrateful for what I currently have, and I'm not. Living in London has been an interesting experience, to say the least. Living in Brighton was an amazing experience, but that's what it was. It was an experience, and it's time for me to move on. The way I see it is that some people my age, they would go backpacking for a year. Now, I'm not the type to go backpacking. I'm a little bit of a princess and I need home comforts, but that was kind of like my equivalent to going backpacking. I went and I lived in another country and I had all of these random jobs for like a year and a, not just over a year, and that's pretty cool. Like, that's a cool life experience, but it's time for me to see where the next stage of my life takes me. And it's funny because I've had all these people say to me since I've lived here, like, wow, you were so lucky to live in Australia, and what an amazing country, and why would you move, and all these things. And I never really stood back and thought about it, but when I do, it's like I took it for granted so much that I lived in such a beautiful country. I never spent any time traveling. I never spent any time appreciating the country. And so now I go back with a whole new perspective, and I'll be saving money and traveling around Australia. I'm hoping to go to New Zealand. There's a lot that I want to do. I feel a little bit like a failure, and of course I feel like I'm letting people down because I've got my housemates here that I'm going to be like, sorry, but I'm leaving, and there's a lot of logistics to sort out, like my bank account and my phone contract and all of these things. But when you know something in your heart is right and you know something is going to serve you, those things are secondary. You need to do what your gut instinct is telling you to do. Honestly, this is going to be a wild ride. I couldn't not film this, put it that way. I couldn't not film it, could I? So that's why I'm like, I have to get back on the YouTube train, and that's why I'm back on filming on this channel, because this is my bigger channel. But the whole reason that I couldn't film on it is that it was linked to my Australian bank account, which I couldn't use because I was in the UK, and like, it's not that money is important to me, but those little bits of extra income from doing this allow me to have better quality content, allow me to put more time and energy into this, which is what I enjoy. By the way, I haven't mentioned it yet, I have a cold. That's why I sound really, really gross right now, and like yeah, it's not pleasant. Anyway, that's why I'm back on this channel, but I thought I can't not film this experience. I love filming travel vlogs and being able to document it all, and I watch back old vlogs all the time and I love doing it, so it would be really fun to watch this. As for the moving date, it's looking like I'm gonna do it in 2 weeks, which is just insane to me because I made this decision yesterday, which sounds very impulsive, but with me, I will toss up something for a long time and I'll not tell anyone about it, and that's what I've been doing for about 3 or 4 months now, until I'm confident enough to say 100% this is my decision going forward, because I'm very stubborn, and once I make a decision, I make a decision. And so me saying it out loud to you, to my Instagram followers, to my housemates, to my family, to my friends. I'm gonna wrap this up here because my camera battery is flashing at me and I have to go meet a friend. So this is me saying that just do what you want to do and learn from your mistakes, just grow and live your life. And I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense. Like I said, I have a cold, and when I have a cold I tend to just be a little bit delirious, so that's probably explaining it. But I'm excited to take you guys along with this ride for me, and then the next video will be longer and it'll probably be like some London adventures that I'm getting up to, a little bit more of an elaboration as to what's going on, because this is still very new, and by the time I'm filming again I'll probably have a little bit more like of an update. Yeah, if you've got any questions, leave them down below and I will get back to you. But surprise, I'm back and I'm leaving. Alright, bye.